Today we're making marble cheesecake, and if it looks like I already started, it's because I did. I did not have my sound hooked up, so hopefully take two will go a little bit better. This is what my family has requested, and I wanted to make today special. So what I've done is start with the crust. I put a package of graham crackers in my blender, and there's no need to use a blender if you don't have one. You can put those in a plastic bag and just beat it with a rolling pin, which is how I did it for 30 years. I've got 3 tablespoons of white granulated sugar and a sprinkle of cinnamon. So that's going to start the crust. We're going to go blend that, and I'll show you how to put it into the dish with the butter. That literally took 30 seconds. So definitely the easier way to go if that's a possibility for you. Now, before I got started, I melted a stick of butter, and I believe this is half a cup in the microwave. So we're going to put all of our powdered graham cracker and sugar and cinnamon in here. And I'm going to spread this out with a spoon. Make sure we get all of it out of the blender. I often think about my grandmother and what a great cook she was, and she didn't have any of these conveniences. So I know for sure that you can do it without the appliances if you have to. For a long time, we didn't have any extra money, so I did all of my cooking by hand, the old-fashioned way. I beat my graham crackers in a bag with a rolling pin, and I stirred my bread by hand. People have done that for thousands of years, and it works just fine. And you can see that that is just about the correct proportion to use just a stick of butter this size and a single package of graham crackers. They don't have to be any special flavor unless you want them to be. I get the honey made, and it doesn't have cinnamon. I add cinnamon to mine because sometimes I feel like their proportions aren't quite what I want. I'm gonna put numbers on this and make it a birthday cake. It's actually my daughter's birthday. And my daughter came as a package deal with her dad. So I raised her, but I did not birth her. I still love her. She is an absolute blessing and a joy to us, and we're so proud of her. When I got married, I was not put off that my husband already had children, because I think that family is extremely important, and it was to me. And if you want a family, you should definitely have one. And if you don't, then don't have one. But I wanted to be a mom, and I thought, well, I am willing to welcome whoever shows up, and this is just a head start on what I already wanted. So I was very happy to accept his children as my own, and I have enjoyed having that family for the last 24 years. Family isn't always related by blood. It's the people who show up. It's the people who love you. Things that I like about being a mom. I like making cakes. I like making people happy. I love doing little favors to make their lives easier and seeing them be successful in things that are their own dreams. My daughter decided while she's visiting us this week from out of state to get a tattoo. And that kind of surprised me, but we're not upset about it. Her dad and I feel that as an adult, she can decide to decorate her body any way she wants to. And we're excited to see what kind of art she's chosen. I'm sure she's going to show us tonight at dinner. She gave it a lot of thought, and there's some things that really matter to her. And she thought that that would make a nice permanent addition to her look. So I've never been brave enough to get a tattoo. I've often thought if I had a story behind it, that I would like to maybe do that myself. I heard a story about a lady who lives high up in a mountain and she's been doing tattoos for like 100 years. She's like 106. Maybe she's not around anymore. But she does tribal tattoos, and you have to hike up the mountain for like 3 days through the jungle, and you do not get to pick. She chooses what tattoo to give you. And I thought, that would be an incredible story, right? And I looked into it, and the tattoo process itself is not terribly sterile. There's ashes from burning wood. There was snake venom. There's some kind of animal blood. And I thought, that feels like a hepatitis situation, or at least an infection. So I decided that maybe I would forego that kind of tribal tattoo. But you never know. I might get a wild hair and decide to get one at a shop with somebody who's licensed and has sterile practices. And you never know. I just haven't thought of the thing that maybe would be appealing enough to have there for a lifetime. I had a friend who got her husband's name tattooed on her chest, but then they got divorced, and so she had to have it covered up. And then she got married 4 more times, and she kept having to get them covered up. So she has this really amazing tattoo all the way across, like from here to here, and they're all cover-ups. So I wonder if maybe she should not get any more names. I think names might be a bad idea. So to make the batter of our cheesecake, I'm going to add 2 bricks of cream cheese. I like when we chit chat and I tell you little stories and little pieces of my life. It's nice to have a little bit of insight. It makes us feel more like friends. If you have a tattoo, or if your kid does, feel free to drop a comment and let me know how you feel about it. You feel how you feel. It's okay. Now for this, I'm going to add some powdered sugar. And let's see, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 heaping tablespoons. If you feel like that's too much, add less. I am going to put in some vanilla. I did not measure. That's half a teaspoon. And sour cream. We're not going to bake this cheesecake. We're just going to let it sit in the fridge. So let's see, that's about half a cup and maybe a whole cup. Okay, we're going to stick this into the KitchenAid and we're going to blend it until it's smooth and has no lumps at all. That's mixed for about 5 minutes, and I took that opportunity to clean up the kitchen a little bit while we were waiting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take most of this and I am going to put it into the shell. Like that. And then what else I'm going to do next is put a little bit of cocoa in the remaining part so that we can marble this and make it pretty. I had gotten the measuring cup out in case I wanted to separate it and mix it in a different bowl, but I don't think I'll dirty it. I don't think I need to. Okay, I'm going to scrape this off. I'm going to put this back into the mixer and let the beaters do the work. I really want this to be beautiful and I don't want there to be any streaks. So we'll give that just another minute or so. Now we've got the first part in here, and that's the regular cheesecake flavor. I am going to make some holes in here so that we can put the chocolate in and make kind of a swirl effect. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is just to kind of glob it on there. And you take some of that, put it over the top. Oh, this is going to be so good. I think she's going to be very excited. I wanted to make something really fancy for her birthday, but my husband said, why don't you just make something she liked when she was little, like enchiladas? And we've talked about the enchiladas. I'm not a Mexican person, I'm not Hispanic. So what we call enchiladas is probably not what a true Hispanic person would call enchiladas, but it's what my kids like. So that's what we're gonna do. If I know what they're talking about, then I'm happy to accommodate them. Okay, so we're gonna kind of gently mix this up so there's swirls in it. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. And the real fun is when we cut into it. I'm going to use the spoon because I don't want to leave knife marks on this. Can you hear my dishwasher? It's super loud. That's going to be good. Now, I'm going to show you the secret to make it extra special. I have cocoa powder, a little mesh strainer, and a clean spoon that I did not lick. And I'm going to just take a little bit of the cocoa powder and I'll put it in here and just do a little sprinkle over the top. And it's okay if we make a mess on the counter. You can also do this with coffee too, and it's really delicious. So we're gonna set this in the fridge for about 2 hours, and then we'll slice into it and see what it looks like. Here's our finished 20-minute marble cheesecake. There's no baking, it's so easy and so delicious. I hope you make this, and I hope you love it. Bon appetit!